In the late 1800s, John D. Rockefeller perceived that oil was the fuel of the future and made a fortune filling America's growing demand for it. A 100 years later, automobiles had become a way of life for Americans. Driving a car, preferably a big car, had become a part of the American dream. Americans didn't worry about where the oil came from, as long as it was cheap and plentiful.
The energy crisis has developed into a money crisis. The worst is yet to come.
More than a third of the oil consumed in the United States was imported. In the 1970s, when oil exporting countries engineered a series of oil shortages, Americans were held hostage by high prices and high consumption habits.
I had to go up Standing Rock for a meeting, and when I pulled in my gas station, I said, "Could you just get me enough so I can get to the airport and back?" Oh my gosh, I don't have any gas. You better just go home. I mean, literally. So I had to go home and call them and say, "I can't even make it to the airport." So, boom, we realized things were in a lot of trouble.
I remember waiting in long lines for gas, but not really understanding why the shortage of gas and why we had to go through this, knowing that it had something to do with the Middle East. I was inconvenienced more than anything else. I just wasn't able to analyze it at that time as to why the dependence on oil and how that was going to lead to worse things for us as a country.
It was oil that ran the engine of the American economy, and its scarcity provoked an economic crisis.